time because in just a moment we are going to be feeding our open sea exhibit. Now I just came back from checking with him here topside. As they get ready, I first want to introduce you to this exhibit as a whole, because this is our largest exhibit here at the aquarium at 1.2 million gallons of seawater. That is more water than all of our other exhibits combined. To put that in a different perspective, if you had 44 extra school buses, you could keep them all in this exhibit for safekeeping. Though, looking inside the exhibit, you may notice there is a lack of school buses, as well as a lack of seaweed, kelp, substrate, sand, rocks, coral of any kind. That's because we're doing our best to replicate the largest living space on Earth, the open sea, where these animals would be miles from any source of land. Now they are specially adapted to life in the open ocean, especially when it comes to eating and not being eaten. I'm going to use these two models on either side to better tell that story. And in fact, if you turn your attention to them now, you'll see the top side of this exhibit. Looks like one giant swimming pool with workstations that go all the way around, a catwalk so we can more easily reach the middle of this exhibit, and of course, a fully stocked food room where our parents got those final touches today. Now it's a pretty exclusive place to get to, and so fortunately I will not be able to take us up there. Instead, I have the next best thing. My good friend and coworker Alberto is standing topside, and he has the scoop in today's feeding program, so let's check in with him now. Oh, possibly. There it goes. Hello, Alberto. How's it going up there?
It is going great up here, Zach. Just to make sure that I'm not just talking to myself up here. Can everyone hear me okay down there?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody can hear you. Well, wonderful. We're seeing pretty excited out here for this feeding program. We heard you have the inside scoop, so would you mind sharing it with us today?
I do indeed. All right, so for today's feeding, we're going to be feeding just about everyone inside of the exhibit. It is going to be taking part in a two-part feeding. First part is going to be for those larger and faster fish, that being those dolphin fish alongside those yellowfin tuna as well. And they're going to be getting fed some really delicious market squid, restaurant quality squid, alongside some, probably some vitamin gel cubes and some bait fish as well, some chopped up bait fish. So really, really yummy breakfast for today.
That is amazing. Anybody else here have squid and bait fish this morning for breakfast? Nobody? Maybe the next course will be a little more of your speed. What is that next course going to be, Alberto?
Yes, for that second course, it's going to be for those 10,000 hungry mouths in there, plus or minus a little, it is estimated. But those for those Pacific sardines, I am quite curious actually about them. I know they tend to hide a little towards the bottom of the exhibit. I know they tend to be kind of shy sometimes. Can you currently see them right now, Zach?
We do not see them from the window. They are currently hanging out at the bottom of the exhibit. We'll talk a little bit more why about that as this feeding program begins. But they are hanging out at the bottom. And what are they going to be eating today?
Yes, so that's totally fine. They will be fed some fish pellets alongside some krill. They will be fed in a broadcast feeding where we just toss the food into the exhibit. And hopefully once the fish pellets start hitting the water and sinking towards the bottom, it will hopefully lure them and entice them to come closer to the top of the exhibit instead.
Well, we hope so. It'd be really nice to see those Pacific sardines in front of this window. But thank you so much, Alberto, for letting us know what's going to be happening today. Are you going to be able to come down for questions, talk about these lovely folks down here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll definitely be heading on down there to answer any questions or to just chat if you'd like to as well. I'm more than happy to.
Awesome. Now before we let you go, we also know you have a super secret signal. What animal care knows we're ready for today.
I do indeed. Let's get started.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Alberto. I'll go ahead and take it from here. See you in just a few. Now, we are seeing that food hit the top of the water there. It's going to be that California market squid. Are there any squid fans in the audience? A few. Now, just a reminder, folks, make sure our flash is turned off inside the aquarium. It's going to be better for our animals. You can try to turn that flash off. Thank you so much for it. Now, we are feeding that market squid. The main target for this market squid is going to be our dolphin fish, which are right at the top. Those ones with the very large pronounced forehead, which is where they get that name. Fishermen thought it's looked like the melon of a dolphin. Of course, these animals are unrelated, so instead they are called dolphin fish. And the larger the forehead, the more likely it is that it is a male. The males have those large pronounced foreheads, and the females have a bit more of a subtle slope. But they're going to be the ones that take up a bit more of the top of that water column. They also have a bit of that yellow on their tails. Now this fish is so nice, it was named thrice. There are 3 names for these animals. Dolphin fish is the first one. The second one might be familiar for my seafood fans in the audience. It goes by mahi mahi. Now that doesn't mean strong in Hawaii because they are very strong swimmers, able to reach speeds of up to 30 miles an hour underwater. Now, I don't know if we're going to see those 30-mile-an-hour speeds here in the exhibit, but we already see those bursts of speeds as they zoom around the exhibit, see a little bit up at the top there. Now, they have those large muscular bodies with really wide tails that reach those top speeds. You can even see the ones at the top, they're able to bend those fins down and tuck them in to reach those high speeds, and they'll pull them back up and they need to do really high mobility turns. Their whole bodies are built for speed. Now that third name they go by, we'll see a little bit of the reason why. It goes by dorado, which means golden. The reason they are called that is because these animals can change color. They have chromatophores along the side of their body that allows them in times of high excitement to change colors into blues, greens, and that golden color. So as you're watching them feed, keep an eye out. We're seeing a little bit on the tails of that yellow color comes through. Usually it's gray, like you see right here in the large male up front. Usually gray, not really showing off the rest. Whereas a few of the other ones have a bit more of that yellow at the tail. The color will change. The whole body is able to become that color. So definitely keep your eye out on our walking bodies. Now the other animal we have here inside the exhibit for the faster fish that are going to be taking part in this feeding program are going to be our yellowfin tuna. They're going to be a bit more in the middle of this water column. They look like that football shape, almost like torpedoes. They are very powerful swimmers, able to reach out to those 30 miles an hour. Now those fins you're seeing on the side of our yellowfin tuna, they're able to tuck those into grooves along the side of their body to be able to reach those highs. You can see a little bit of the green on that mahi there. That is not a trick of the light, that is that fish changing color. Wow. Now these yellowfin tuna are able to tuck those fins so they're able to reach those high speeds and again bring them back out when they need to make those high spin turns. And the reason for that is because these are visual predators. They have large, forward-facing eyes, and it allows them to track down their prey items to be able to chase it out in the wild. Now, not chasing too much as we're seeing those big fish come down from the top. We might see a little bit more in the second part of this feeding program, because spoiler alert for anyone here, the big fish coming down is sardine. Now you might be wondering why are we feeding sardines when there are sardines inside the exhibit? Well, again, we're doing our best to replicate the largest living space on Earth, the open sea, where these animals will be living side by side. Now, by feeding the faster animals first, we are limiting how much predation they might have on the giant school of sardines, but also the sardines have their very own, very effective defense mechanism. I'll talk about that more once they come on. So we're starting to see a little bit more activity from some of the more similar animals inside the exhibit, like our pelagic stingrays right in the middle. You see a bit of acrobatics from them as they're turning and twisting in the water. And the reason they're doing that is because their mouths are located on the underside of their body. So they need to get a bit more creative when trying to find food. I'll actually use these 2 bars on the side. If you want to turn your attention to that, I'll show you how we feed our pelagic stingrays. They are target trained, which means they will come up to that target as a visual dinner, but they'll come up upside down. Because that is very and to really guarantee they're getting that food into their mouth, they'll turn into a Ray burrito. That helps guide that food back into their mouths. The reason their mouths are located on the other side of their body is because their ancestors and close relatives are usually hunting for food in the sand. Has anybody been to our back ray exhibit yet today? Yeah, I highly recommend a few of us. Highly recommend we have some back ray type pools over on the other side of the aquarium. You'll notice that they hang out a lot towards the bottom of the exhibit in the sand. That is where they're going to be finding their food. And so these animals, their ancestors were adapted to finding food in the sand, but they evolved to find food in the open ocean. They just got a little bit more creative about it. So they have those highly flexible wings that'll help guide food into their mouths. So as we're watching the climb series, you'll probably see a lot of those acrobatics we're going to be doing. Now we have an appearance really quickly from another animal that doesn't quite take part in the feeding program. Our our hammerhead shark. They came by just in front of the window before diving back down to the left side, and they eat in a different way as well. They are also target trainers. Instead of a target, they recognize this salmon fillet as their breakfast. Oh, hello, sardines. And once they know that salmon fillet is in the water, they will simply come up and take it to go. Now, with having that wide brim head you're seeing from our hammerhead shark, it means their eyes are a little bit further out, which means they have a wonderful